1,500 homes are burned, and about 18 lives are lost in fires in the United States. Worst of all, over 1/3 of the victims are small children. A house can be replaced, but not a child. With this in mind, we here at the Disney Studios have asked, can anything be done to prevent such tragedy? The answer is yes. In most cases, all that's needed is a bit of thought beforehand. So, with the cooperation of local and national fire service authorities, we put together a little story to illustrate this. There are many sound rules for fire prevention. Obviously, the best thing is not to have a fire at all. But despite all precautions, a fire can still start. And if it does, what you do in the first few minutes can mean the difference between life and death. That's what our story is about. So let's turn things back and start all over. This house you might find on any street in any town. Here is Uncle Don, head of the household. After working hard all day, he likes to relax and improve his mind. He takes care of his home and his family. But like most of us, he's apathetic about fire because he figures he won't have one anyway.
Uncle Don, teacher says we gotta have a fire escape plan for our house. And look, we drew the house so you can see all the doors and windows and stairs.
That's very nice, but I'm leaving now.
Listen, Uncle Don, teacher says we ought to have 2 ways out of every room, like this. Yeah, and we've got to decide on a place to meet outside so we know everybody's out.
Yeah, okay. No, don't bother me.
But Uncle Don, you should put in a collapsible ladder by this window upstairs, too.
Sure, I will. Tomorrow.
And look, Uncle Don, teacher says we ought to all have a signal to wake everybody up if there's a fire at night.
Teacher says. What does the teacher do?
But Uncle Don!
Go on now, take your pen. No, when you're in the new gun, kids.
Look at this, he didn't pay any attention at all. Wouldn't even look at the plan. And the signal. Hey, I gotta straighten him out.
Hey, who are you?
Me? I'm your official bumper precaution, Pops. I'm your common sense. Get it? Now, you ain't doing right with the kids, Buster. What do you send them to school for, huh? If they shouldn't listen to the teacher. You should have listened to them. They were telling you how to get out of the house.
I know how to get out of my house.
With a fire going on, Charlie? You're coming with me, Pops. You got a lot to learn. Let's take a look at that house of yours for a minute. You got a nice layout. Bedrooms upstairs, living room, dining room, all that downstairs. We're going to have a little problem in the living room to start with. Let's see, remember that old frayed lamp cord you were going to replace? Suppose that the bare wires touched. That could get hot enough to start the rug smoldering. Might even work up onto the overstuffed chair. This could smolder for a long time. No flames, but throwing off a lot of smoke. And the smoke's got poison gases mixed in it, believe it or not. This is what kills more people than anything else in fires. Now, hot air makes smoke rise, so the stairway takes it right up to the second floor like it was a chimney. But any house is like a big box with a lid on it, so it fills up with smoke from the top down. This is even true in a one-story house. All right, now we'll put you in your bed, asleep, and take a look at what can happen. Look at that, Pops. You left the bedroom door open like you always do. So the smoke comes right in from the hall. It starts to fill up the room. Like I said, it fills up from the ceiling down, so the top half of the room gets pretty thick by the time you wake up. You jump out of bed, smack into it, and bang. A little matter of carbon monoxide, Charlie. One of those gases that's mixed in with the smoke. You can't see it, you can't smell it, but it's there, and sometimes just a couple of whiffs can make you groggy, even knock you out. A couple of more whiffs, it could be all over. Matter of fact, 80% of all fire victims get it without even having seen the flames. All right, but just for the sake of the argument, let's say you get out of that. You had the door closed. Now, a plain old ordinary door will keep out most of the smoke and even heat and flames for as much as 15, maybe 20 minutes. That's if the door is closed. Naturally, you ought to always use normal exits, like a door, when you can, but feel it first.
Ouch!
If it's hot, you'll never... Don't open it! This time it's superheated air. One breath, and it's curtains again. Hold it! Come on back. Let's say you got out of that one, too. You still got a problem. Time. There ain't much left. The temperature can get up to 1,000 degrees in 3 or 4 minutes where you are, because that super hot air is really pouring in. There's still no flame, but the whole room could go any second. Close the door. That'll help keep the heat out. But now what do? You do something stupid, like trying to save the banjo or Grandpa's picture. Forget it. You gotta get out. Fast. Don't panic. The window, right. That's the only way out. But don't forget. It's on the second floor. Okay, you got the message now, pal? You can take chances if you want. But what about the kids, huh? You gonna let these things happen to them because you didn't do nothing about it? You gotta have a plan, Pops. A plan. Okay, pal, I'm giving you one more chance. Don't look. Just do like I tell you. Okay, Pops, get the kids' plan. Pin it up on the wall where everybody can see it. Make notes about the things that have got to be done around the house, okay? Well, do them, Pops. Put in a connecting door, pal, in that room, the one that only opens into the hall. Make sure the windows open easy. And the screens and storm windows, Charlie. Can the kids get them off from inside? Don't forget, put in that collapsible ladder by the window in your bedroom upstairs. And Pops, see that there's a ladder near the house that can be used by somebody from the outside. And get everybody together, talk it over so they all know what to do. And make sure that the kids know not to hide under the bed or in the closet. Kids do this when they're scared, you know. Okay, Pops. Start the drill with the kids in bed. After all, the most dangerous time is when everybody is asleep. Now you go to your own bedroom and sound the alarm. Pops, you gotta make sure the kids roll out of bed without standing up. And they should stay near the floor because any good air is gonna be down low. Tell them to feel the door, and if it's hot, don't open it. Now they've gotta go to the alternate exit, the window, right? Out onto the porch roof. Okay, now you, Charlie, use the secondary escape from your room. Good boy, Pops. You get the ladder from outside and bring it around to the porch. And you help the kids down, you're in, you're home free. Now that you got everybody out, count noses. Make sure nobody's nose goes back in. And here's where somebody should be appointed to go to a fire department call box or a neighbor's phone to call for help as fast as you can. But one more thing, Pops. Just suppose this was only a drill. It's okay, Pops. I called the fire department.
Thanks very much.
Don't mention it.
Who was that you were talking to, Uncle Don?
Oh, just a friend of mine.
Whatever happens now, Uncle Donald's family is safe because they knew what to do beforehand. So in conclusion...
Hold it, Pops. There's just one more thing.
Oh?
Yeah, what if your house is different? You can't figure out how to make a plan. What would you do then, huh? What?
Well, I'd ask my grandchildren. They go to school, and they'd probably know.
Well, that's great, but what if you didn't have any grandchildren? Then what, huh?
Well, I'd call my local fire service. I'm sure they'd be glad to help.
Good point, Pops. You're thinking. Hey, you're really hip.
Well, after all, I did read the script. Besides, I'm Battalion Chief Disney, Los Angeles Fire Department. Honorary, that is, as you were. Now, in conclusion, the most important thing is...
However you get it, you gotta have a plan.
He took the words right out of my mouth.